there. It's not like you're there as a I guess you would say a resident, but you're there as like family. They really do care about you, and it's like you can mess up from time to time, and then it's not like, oh, we're gonna go on a big rage because you messed up. It's like you messed up, and we accept that, and we're willing to take you back. And it's never like a moment where you feel different from everybody else. We all get treated the same. And Miss Lynn, when she comes to the house, it's just like a big joy moment. It's like everybody's happy because Miss Lynn's there. And, so pretty much everything you need is in the house. Like you get shown love that like if you were in a foster care facility, you won't get shown that love. And then it's full of opportunities. Like you're able to, when you come in, you have to sign up for school right away. So when you do school, they get you a job after you get your, I guess, once you're able to show that you're able to be stable in school. And then the main goal of the program is to help you with independence, help you become a better you. So it's like...
Ready? I just like to say Safe Harbor is a great program. I've been there since June. I was homeless in Birmingham for 6 months, and they took me in, and they just gave me a second chance to do the right thing, and I just really thankful for the program and all the staff. All the staff is really nice, and the program is really working out well for me. And I just appreciate everybody who's been helping me out along the journey that I've been through. During the day, I'm either doing chores. I just got hired at McDonald's. I've been working 4 days out of the week, or I'm at school in my GED classes. I'm always busy, I always keep myself motivated and keep my body moving. So, yeah.
Dave, I can give up the
McKay, and I'm the president of the board of directors for Safe Harbor Youth Incorporated. I wanted to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank you all for helping us celebrate all the things that we have to celebrate tonight. We're celebrating our new name. We're celebrating a renovation that's almost done. New facility, bigger, and we will also be celebrating more accommodating more kids, which to me is the reason we're here. I'm thrilled to see a couple of our kids here. Thank you for being here. Our staff, I'm going to let Lynn introduce some folks here in a minute. But I am just thrilled that some of our donors are here. We're going to hear from the Wheelmen of Alabama. They've been wonderful. Church of the Nazarene. Oh my gosh, we couldn't do it without you guys. It's been wonderful. I just thank you all for being here. It's just so important to have community pitching in for this because the kids need that. We need that. It's all one big village, if you will. I know that's an overused statement. It takes a village, but it really does. It takes all of us working together to make this happen. I want to acknowledge two people. One is David Pinkleton, who's our vice president of the board. This is going away, and we have this program that's still funded. What do we do? Let's get together. So the three of us kind of pitched in. Didn't know what the heck I was doing. I don't know about David, but we're working toward, this better facility for these kids, because that's what they need and that's what we need so that we can give back to the community. I'm just thrilled that Lynn is doing such a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
And David, thank you for all your support, because the three of us were kind of like the Three Musketeers, because we were joined at the hip for quite a number of months, I can tell you. We started our new grant October 1st, 2017, and that's when we changed the name officially to Safe Harbor Youth Incorporated. And I think it fits the program better, and I think it shows that we're having a new beginning. I do want to say, and I won't say it right because, and I wrote it down, Lynn just won a major national award from Safe Place, which we are part of Safe Place, the organization, and it's the Together We Can Award for teamwork and community work, and we appreciate all that you did.
And the award, Together We Can, was actually a team effort with the community, but mainly with my staff. I couldn't do what I do without my staff that I have. And we all have a special role that we each play. And I couldn't do what I do without the commitments of the people in the community that has helped us get further, faster, to be able to help these kids in all areas of their life where they've been neglected. We work with an array of children, and they are homeless, runaway, at risk, abused, and human trafficked. And we work with a lot of human trafficking and homelessness. They do correlate pretty strongly together. Within 48 hours of a child being homeless, they will be approached by a trafficker. And that is statistics on the streets. As a survivor of human trafficking and homelessness and abuse, I'm eternally grateful first to God, and second to everyone that has pitched in and made this a successful program for these kids. But all in all, it takes the kids having the want to change their lives. And we have had many that have had the want to and have done awesome, and they're transitioned out, and we're still in touch with them. Additional things. There's a person in the room, and I know they don't want to be identified, but without her putting the down payment on the house and putting the money forward to help us buy the furniture, we would not have the home that we have now. I'm eternally grateful that she saw potential in the program and the kids that we serve. She's a very strong warrior on human trafficking and helping in the community. To her, I say thank you for letting God place her in my life and in the other kids' lives that we have served and the ones that we will continue to serve. So thank you. Secondly, I'd like to say thank you to the contractors that where nobody else would step in and take this job of helping us remodel the house so we could get our licensure, so we could keep our grant. The only ones that would step in are the ones that go to the Church of the Nazarenes. Dave Fenno, Rod Witten, Ron Gillian, Miss Bernice for bringing us all together, and everybody there having a heart to start the process. Now, we were attacked in the beginning, but we have overcome that. And everything has been falling into place. It's been an amazing journey. Thirdly, the Alabama Wildman for their presence in our life and for them doing a commitment to us every year for the last 2 years of raising money for the program to help us further things that we could not do without their backing. To help the kids have things that our grant doesn't provide. Huntsville Women's Club, Seroptimus, everybody in this room, y'all have all played a part in bringing this program to the success that it is. What we plan on in the future is helping more youth. We're getting bigger. And later on, I'd like to have another house, because of mental health has been taken away from the kids in our community. So we have a hard time with substance abuse, detoxification, and also with de-traumatization. January, I start my PhD in psychology. I'll have 6 certifications in trauma and trauma disaster relief within the next year. And that is our next venture once we complete this one. Y'all keep us in prayer, mainly. Keep us lifted up to each and every person in this room. If it was not for you, we would not be able to do what we do. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for your commitment, your love, your grace, and your mercy. And I thank y'all, and I want you to have a good time. Right now, one of our contractors would like to say a word. His name is Ron Gillian, and he is the one that went to all the other contractors and started speaking up, and he would like to say something tonight.
Can I light this up with a joke first? Sure. Anyway, I was on the way up here, I picked up a hitchhiker, and he jumps in the truck and he goes, I didn't think I'd ever get a ride. Weren't you afraid that I might be like a serial killer? And I told him, no, what's the chances of 2 serial killers being in the same vehicle? He says, I want to get out right now. So I put on the brakes, he jumps out of the truck about 20 miles an hour, tucks and rolls, but he left his wallet in my truck on the seat. So I looked up his address. I'm going to look him up after this meeting tonight. I think he's going to be surprised to see me. Now, I just want to thank God. He put this whole thing together, really. Bernice approached me after Sunday school one Sunday, and I went and met Lynn the next Monday, and it was over my skis. I couldn't handle it. And then Lynn spoke at our church, and I called Dave after church that day, and he goes, I thought you'd be calling me, or something like that. And then we put our heads together, and then God laid it on our hearts. Thank you, Rod Whitten here. If it weren't for Rod, I would not have even tackled this thing. So thanks everybody for helping. Amen?
Or group that is in this room. But there is a special person too that I also want to, it's kind of funny, but I want to recognize. And it's a person that goes and interprets for me sometimes. And one time we went to get some pictures of some trafficking, which was labor trafficking. She shows up at the program and she's in disguise, and I'm regular me. And she's got a black wig on, which is very long, and she's got a hat on, and I didn't even recognize her. And for every now and then, whenever I need an interpreter and a friend just to talk to, I call Palou. And Palou will go with me and tackle anything as long as she's in disguise. I really want to say thank you to my board. Without a board and a working board, we could not do what we do. Pat McKay, David Pinkleton, Brianna Cousins, Lisa, everybody that is here from the board, thank you. Thank you for all y'all do, and thank you for the hard work that you put in to make things more successful. You have to have a good board, and I'm very lucky that I do have one. Now in the beginning, when it was Tennessee Valley Family Services, we didn't have a working board, okay? And it was like, okay, it was crazy. But now we do, and you know, we're gonna get further faster. Kenny Anderson, thank you for the interviews that you've done and put our name out there. We greatly appreciate that. And everybody that has donated their time, their energy, their love, their money, thank you.
Hey guys, I really appreciate the opportunity to be involved in this, and Lynn has been a joy to work with, and Pat. We did this last year. We really thought this would be a great idea, and we continued it. We were looking for all sorts of ways to publicize, and so we did this process where we had people contribute, and we had naming rights. So I'd like to recognize Banner Defend be here, but they were the sponsor, helped us on the Sunday criterium. This is when we're in downtown. Then also, and I'm looking at Clint. Clint Johns is my race director who's done 99% of the work. The other percent was Brian Robinson, who did the check, but he couldn't stay. So keep me straight, all right? So TOC was our sponsor on our time trial. We had a Saturday criterium, which was actually a tribute to the co-founder of Dynetics, and his name was Dr. Stephen M. Gilbert. So that was something that me and a colleague from Dynetics, I was born at Dynetics, so I've been there 30 years, and that turned out well. And then there was sort of, if you will, the best overall over 3 events, and that was sponsored by Yellowhammer Brewing. No, Huntsville Hospital, thank you, sir. And then this is where Yellowhammer Brewing came in. We had the Best Team Award, and the Best Team Award went to Alabama Wheelman, and it wasn't a give me by any means. We had tough competition, and we put that back into the pot. So all those sponsors came together. We had hoped for more racers to come in, but sometimes we get competition from other events, and the racers wind up going different places, but we felt we did pretty good in the end. Anything else you want to say, Clint, add to this? I want to point out that one of our key contributors, without whom we would be lost, is Stuart Lamb. Now, Stuart Lamb is the regional director for East Coast for USA Cycling. Something like that. Okay. So he has a lot of responsibilities to the national organization. Our role is to promote our sport at the national level. So we're actually pulling in people who have potential and looking for them to be in the Olympics in 2020 if they're good. So it's our mission to help pull in these people and help them make the most of themselves, whether it's national or maybe a state championship. But Stuart Lamp has been our key to contribute with that. So without any further ado, I'll turn it back to Lynn, or just do the picture, or how do you want to do this?
You want the money, right?
First, I want to say thank you.
You want to get some guys, we'll get a picture with you, then do that whole. So, putting on a race like we did for Safe Harbor Youth, you're looking at about 8 to 10 months worth of pre-planning. We go to all these different sponsors, we make our case, we tell them what the event is about, what the proceeds go to. We have to contact multiple corporate sponsors, a lot of individual sponsors, and then also getting the permit through the local police department approved, getting facility use forms approved for the stays that we used on Sunday. All of these things have to take place months ahead of time to reserve them and get our spots lined up. And then we hope for good weather. So if we don't have good weather, it can all be for naught.
So at these races, we get the opportunity to train and put forth a little bit of effort throughout the year. A lot of times, people do it a little bit differently. I, for one, try to ride a certain amount of hours a week so that I might be able to be competitive in a ride. Typically that mileage is around 100 miles a week to be able to try to find some performance and be able to compete well and potentially get a podium. We have a lot of strong riders in our team, Alabama Wheelman, and we had a couple that actually podium this year, and we're excited to have them around. They showed their efforts and their training throughout, and we're able to get a good presentation for our team by getting on the top podium.
USA Cycling is a national governing body through the U.S. Olympic Committee for bike racing in the U.S. So we work with events all over the country, and we also have memberships where people buy race licenses and they participate in USA Cycling events. So this was one of the events that is a USA Cycling sanctioned event, and so we were honored to be a part of this and have the online registration go through USA Cycling and provide additional support to Clint as race director and to the club so that the event was successful. And we definitely turned out to be a successful event that raised a lot of money for a great cause.
I was telling a friend of mine that I'm happy that things have progressed to the point where donations can be given a little easier. I've been supporting Lynn in a various number of ways over the years. When things began as Tennessee Valley Family Services and now as Safe Harbor, and I'm glad to see that a strong board is helping her, and that donations can be given so much easier and through and online.